Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Hobby Dude 007 channel. We have parts drying on our 1/32 scale projects, and I want to get back on the Aerovette. This is the D3 edition of the Aerovette, D3 meaning the Double Dog Dare. So the D3 edition is what I'm calling it. We're going to get it blown apart, do our final work on the body. I'm going to make some adjustments in the engine compartment, and we're going to get some color on this thing soon. Stick around, we'll take a look. Okay guys, so we're back on the Aerovette. For those of you who are new subscribers or don't know the background on this project, it was kind of a dare. And I started this kit about 9 or 10 years ago, and it kind of stalled out because I was wanting to do it as though it were a production car, not a concept or a show car. So I just couldn't find the right color. The concept car was actually silver, but I wanted to do it in my own thing as though I walked into the dealership and ordered one, and how I would order it. And again, I just could not come up with the right color. You see I've got a two-tone kind of blue-gray interior, and I'll take that out in a minute. Let you see a closer shot of it. And this is kind of a review. I did a brief video on it about 4 or 5 months ago. And what got me back on this was Brian over at BG's Model Workshop was in the middle of doing an Aerovette, and I commented to him, man, I've got one of those. You're making me want to get that back out and take a look at it. And he threw out, I double dog dare you. Well, I couldn't let that stand, so even though I'm 4 months late getting back to it. But I'm not going to let it stand. I'm going to get back on it today. So broke it back out, and this is it. I am going to do a few updates. I did find just the right blue, and I'll show you that in a few minutes. But take that window. I mean, look how flush this fits. That window, I don't even know if I'll have to glue it in. I mean, it just pops right in and fits just perfect. Really cool. And of course, I took a few liberties with the engine on the breather and wired it up, all that stuff. But I'll share with you something that Brian did that I really liked. And the problem with this kit was right here, this back piece, the car was designed by the instructions to everything go together, go up in the car, and then the last thing you do is put this tail section on. Well, if you put it on first, then the chassis won't fit up in there, because as you see here where I remove this, actually, thank you, Brian, for that tip. That goes right in there, and I saw Brian just cut right across there, and then this piece can be added back. So no big deal, very easy. And but cut that off, and then add, or go ahead and attach the piece back here. And I'm going to go ahead and take this back out now, since I'm going to redo some stuff. And like I said, my production model is going to be blue, so I did the seats in an interior in a blue-gray and blue, and I added the photo etch instrument panel where you look right through the steering wheel there, and you can see the gauges, which that was a little separate thing. I think in the real car the gauges kind of popped out of the sides of the steering column. But just a really unique kit. And I've got a base coat, and this is not by any means finished, on the exhaust system, which will be attached to the engine. And the muffler, you see these humps back here, there were 4 exhaust pipes that stick out back there. I'm going to be replacing those with some stainless tubes. And of course this just attaches right back here, and the exhaust system goes around to each end. But again, I'm going to go ahead and I never did mount that engine permanently, so I could get it back out and do a wash and some other stuff on that. So pretty cool, pretty cool. I think that's it at the moment. Stick around. I'm going to grab the color of paint we're going to be using, and I'll show you a few other little oddball things I'll be doing. By the way, the Aerovette kit is a Revell kit. It's kit number 85-2067. This one is a 2007 issue, and I know you can still find them on eBay, and I've even seen them at some shows as well as in a few hobby shops. So they're still around if you're interested in one. The engine, went ahead and got that out of there. It is the kit engine. I want to say it's a 305. It might be a 350, but this is all the kit engine. The valve covers I redid in all clad aluminum. The distributor is Parts by Parks, and Parts by Parks spun aluminum breather there, which I love their breathers. I started to do the aluminum pulleys, but the way it fits in the engine bay, it's real tight up against the side here, and you really can't see them. So I think I'm just going to leave the stock ones on there. But it builds into a really nice little hot rod looking engine. And the, I think they called it a transversal, which is your drivetrain, is kind of complex looking, but at the same time, it's all right. I'm going to do some detail painting and probably a wash up in here too, give it a little more look, and I've got a little bit more to do on the chassis underneath here as well. I just did it in semi-gloss to start with. And the body, the color I chose is actually a Tamiya color. This is TS54, light metallic blue, and as you can see, this is a beautiful color, and I think it's going to go with that interior great. I'll decant this and shoot it through the airbrush, and being a factory production model, I'm going to add a dealer option, and that is going to be a spoiler back here, and I'm going to try to do it in the style of the old 60s and 70s style, the short spoilers. And how I'll do that is, as you know me, about every project I'm using my contour gauge. So we're going to take this, we're going to put it right on where I've got that glued on. That tail section there is going to be the forward part of it. And we're going to just simply push right down. And I'll transfer this shape over to sheet plastic. And, well, here, give you an idea. From the side, of course it won't be this tall, but it'll give it a little bit of a angled look, and then I'll go back a little bit and come up some so it has that little style spoiler. But I think that's going to be a nifty little addition. I started to do a wing, but I'm not sure about that. I think the little spoiler on the back angled just right will look pretty good on there too. And next time you see this, I'm going to go ahead and have that spoiler made. I'll have that attached and probably have it reprimed and wet sanded. And then we'll go ahead and get the color, the base coat on it anyway. I think I'm going to clear coat this too. And we'll do that tail section, or this piece that goes right back up in here as well. And then I'll make my little transition piece that goes on the inside there, so that'll fit nice and, oop, I pushed it right through. But that'll fit nice and flat, which it actually does right now. But clean it up just a little bit. And then I'll have some trim around the windows to do. Even the box art shows along the bottom down through here and the top black, which you could probably do that with a Sharpie. I'm probably going to mask it and paint a little of it, and I don't know yet. But I'm kind of looking forward to wrapping this thing up. In the meantime, we will be doing the updates kind of back and forth this month for the, I'm way ahead of schedule when it comes to the 32nd scale, the small scale build. So between the two, well, I'm doing two of the little ones, the 64th and the 32nd scale, and then this. So got my hands full for the next couple of weeks anyway. But I'm going to try to have these done. Then I'm going to get on my main projects that we've done some videos on. So until next time, guys, thanks so much for watching. God bless, and we will see you in the next video.